Alright, so I'm continuing my quest to figure out my lipstick problems. To recap, it's the bottom lip, the top part disappears when I just talk or sing for like my singing practice, which isn't great. I want it to stay there. So what I'm going to try this time, I've got some two-step lipsticks where you put the lip color on first and then they have like a lip gloss underneath. I don't really know if the lip gloss is just for shine or if it's to lock it in. It's kind of mixed messages there, but I'm gonna give these a go. So we've got the NYX Shine Loud, and then we've got two Rimmel Provocalips. I got two of these because I'm a little bit more confident when I was trying them on in the chemist. I actually had a makeup wipe and had to scrub to get it all off with these ones. This, I didn't get to try a tester, so I'm not sure. I also tried some other ones. I think there was like Revlon and maybe another one in the shop, but I think the Revlon one was a bit watery and came off a little bit too easily, and the other one, I don't remember, wasn't good enough to get my attention. So I'm gonna give these a go. I will put them on, have something to drink, have something to eat, see how long they last as well, because it would be great if they last through food, but I'm gonna also do the singing practice and just do a review, do a comparison, cross fingers, and I'm gonna do them on bare lips. I'm not gonna do any like powder, concealer, liner, any of those tricks. I'm just gonna try them on their own and see how they go. Right, I'm gonna try the NYX Shine Loud first, and the shade is In Charge. I'll try this one first because I know nothing about it, but someone recommended it as like, it claims to be professional makeup. We'll see about that. Also, when I talk about having tried some of the things in store, that was only on my hands. I haven't tried any of them on my lips. This is gonna be the first one, and I'm a little bit scared. Trying to put my lips together like that, it's quite sticky. But I like the little, sorry, my lips feel weird now. I like the little applicator. That's actually a lot easier than the doe's foot one. I'm not sure if this is ready to go. I think it's alright. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. But hey, shall we try this? It's a little brush thing. I think, are we ready? Oh, a little bit's come off onto there. I'll give it a little bit longer. I probably should get a tissue to blot with, but because it feels sticky, I'm worried about the tissue actually sticking to it, so I'm just doing the finger trick. Close, most of it's fine. Alright, let's go in with the gloss side, see what happens. This looks like a nail polish brush, I would say. It's a little bit terrifying. Never used one of them on my lips. Alright. Alright, is that enough? Oh, it feels better. Okay, this is a lipstick, I think, where you have to put the gloss on because it felt really sticky and weird without it. But now with it, feels good. So, NYX Shine Loud, In Charge. Let's see how it goes. And it does have a nice, like, glossy look, I guess, because that's the idea, shine loud, right? Now in this kind of lighting, it does have a bit of a vampire kind of bloody look, which is nice. In terms of application, I did bugger up a little bit there on the top lip. You can see. I think because I like put my lips together, trying to talk and also trying to like, you know, with the colored side, which I don't think it likes. So like when you first put it on, yes, but once it starts drying and it's too sticky, don't do that. Hopefully everything's all right with the application. Yeah, easier with this, whatever you call this shape brush. The doe's footers I find hard, especially like the big ones on the Goth brand. But I did get a little bit out of the line, and I'm trying not to overdo it too fast for this test, but when I tried to like wipe it, it was already set, I think. So cross fingers, but I'm going to do some singing practice, see how it goes. If it survives that, I might have something to eat, have dinner with it. Cross fingers, because I'd really like to find something good. I'll check back in soon. Wow, so I just did like an hour 15 of singing practice, and it's actually holding up pretty well. Not perfect, you can still see a little bit of a pink line, but it's much better than any lipstick I've used so far. I'm impressed. And my lips actually feel pretty good, they're not too dry, so see how it goes for dinner. Well, I am shook. The lipstick actually lasted all the way through dinner and all the way through ice cream, and the only thing that started to make it budge at the moment is a hot cup of chamomile tea. You can just see it starting to come off both lips, but like, oh my god. Like, it's so little, like, it's taken this long and this hot, like, steaming cup. Not steaming anymore because I've been stuffing around, but yeah, wow, I'm super impressed. That is really good staying power. And I was actually starting to worry a little bit after the ice cream that I might not be able to get it off, but yeah, bit of relief. So I'm sure my oil-based cleanser will get it off. But if not, I'll just, like, you know, get some hot water, like really hot water, try not to burn myself. That is still a bit terrifying. Anyway, no, really happy with it. I will, of course, try a few more different things, try eating different kinds of foods. I will be impressed if I can eat a Nando's burger with it. I think that's going to be my ultimate lipstick test. If any of them can survive that, that would be amazing. But no, I'll see how it goes in a few other situations, and also like if any preparation makes any difference, whether it has to have the lip gloss aspect, although, you know, if that's the only thing that solves the stickiness, then maybe that's just how it is. The glossiness did come off, I think. Doesn't look really that glossy anymore, not as glossy as when it first went on. But if it's less to do with gloss and more to do with making it actually stick, that would be interesting to know, like how necessary is it? Also, something I want to try is whether this helps with other lipsticks or if it only works with this. Don't know about the chemistry of it, but that would be interesting to try. I also want to try doing an ombre, because if this actually stays, but I want like a black outline, that would be fun. So yeah, a bit more experimenting to do. I should do some harder tests, you know, more oily food, see how I go. The next test will be actually like taking it off properly, like completely. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish my tea. I'm really impressed. I think it's really good, and it's nice to find something that actually works for my lips. Because, you know, Mermaid Salon, great lipstick, looks really nice, really strong color, feels reasonably good and all that, but you know, a lot of other goths are saying that it lasts perfectly on them, doesn't work on my lips. So I guess my lip type is just different. And yeah, finally found something that actually has a decent result for me. So I'm really happy, because that gives me some hope. You know, when you keep trying different products and they don't work, it's demoralizing. So now I know something out there works. It is possible to get something to stick to my lip to a satisfactory level. And I guess I just need to, like, not go drinking really hot beverages with it. But yeah, I'll try some other foods, because maybe there'll be something else that defeats it. But that is an impressive first result. NYX Professional Makeup. I believe the professional makeup now. I believe that label, and maybe I should get some more colors of it, but I will try the other brand and see how we go with that. But that's an epic first start, and it's just a shame they don't make it in black. Holy crap, that actually came off really easily. Like, I'm just checking my lips in the light to make sure it's all off, but yeah, it is. Legit, I didn't even need my oil-based makeup remover. I just used my regular eye makeup remover, the oil-free one, and it came off, and I only needed to use one cotton ball, like I used both sides. But yeah, and I didn't need to scrub, it just came right off. That's incredible. I'm now just a little bit paranoid, like, did I imagine this? Or, like, is this really legit and I'm not dreaming it? And, like, is there such a thing as a good lip day? And maybe this is just a fluke or a one-off, or maybe I've just had bad lip days when I've done the other stuff, and maybe I've been too hard on the other lipsticks, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to try things a bit more. I also wonder if maybe all the lip care that I've been doing has helped. So I've been doing lip scrubs and lip masks, and, you know, hopefully getting the moisture into my lips properly. But I don't know, I've got to try it again on another day and just make sure that these results are real, that the only thing that really started to budge it was the hot water from the chamomile tea. And it only took a little bit too, especially like once it cooled down, it didn't seem to take any extra off. So maybe it's heat. But then how does this work? Why is this different to food when it's oil? Like, you know, generally oil dissolves makeup. So how does this work? Because this is not strong enough for some of my other makeup on some of the other lipsticks, like this stuff. Like sometimes I do need to use the oil base remover to get the last of my other lipsticks off, but not for this. I'm super confused right now, and I would really love to know the chemistry, because my brain is just like, what's happening? Am I misjudging everything? Did I look at things in the wrong light? I need to try this again. Wow. All right, today I'm gonna try the Rimmel lipstick. This is the Provocalips in shade 440 Maroon Swoon. Maroon? I don't know how you pronounce things. Anyway, so this is the one that I tried in the chemist on my hand, and it stuck really well and I had to scrub, but I haven't tried it on my lips. I decided to try this shade because it's relatively close to the NYX one, so that we, you know, don't get confused by the color being different. Like there is this one, but yeah, I thought I'd try and keep it close, just in case, you know, contrast with my lip or whatever changes how we perceive things. So let's give this one a go and see how it does. It already feels pretty well set. Now, a few things I noticed. So it has the doe foot applicator, which for some reason I just suck at compared to the one that the NYX uses. And it also doesn't have a smell. Like most of the liquid lipsticks I've used have a smell, and it's a nice smell, but this one has none. So if you don't like smells, that's good. Now, as for this bit, so unlike the other one, which looked kind of more like a nail polish style, this one is a balm. And the reason I don't mind talking so much right now is because when I tried it on my hand, it didn't seem to make a difference whether this is on or not. But let's put it on, and then I will test it. Yeah, cool, feels good. We'll see. I did notice a few speckles come off the lip color onto this, but so far, so good. We've got a bit of a glossy look. I'm sure that'll disappear pretty quickly. But yeah, easy to apply, because it's just like, it's like putting on a lip balm. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then in terms of the color, bit hard to tell with like the lighting always changing. But yeah, it's definitely closer than the other one, so hopefully this will be a good comparison. I'm going to go and do some singing practice, and I'll report back in a moment. Oh, I forgot to mention, compared to the NYX, after I did the colour and before the balm, it felt dry, whereas if you remember, when I just did the colour on the other one, it felt quite sticky, so that's already a big difference, and we'll see how that goes. Once you put it on the gloss, I think they feel fairly similar. I probably need a few more goes to compare so I really understand the difference, because, you know, day to day I forget. But yeah, the colour part of it definite difference there.
Okay, wow. So I just did the same song list that I did yesterday, and this lipstick is pretty comparable. It seems to be roughly the same amount of wear and tear. So I'm pretty impressed that it stuck around. I guess tomorrow or another day, maybe not tomorrow, I'm a bit busy tomorrow, but another day I need to try this with one of my other lipsticks as a control, just to make sure that this is really the two-step lipsticks making the difference and not like me just doing better with my lip care. But yeah, I'm impressed. It's sticking so far. I wasn't sure because when I took a few sips from my drink bottle, I thought I saw a little bit of red go on it, but I could have been imagining because my drink bottle isn't exactly the cleanest. But once again, we'll see how we go through dinner. If it survives dinner, I'll do dessert again. If it survives dessert, I'll do the chamomile tea. But so far, yeah, impressed. This one seems to have kept more of the shine, I think. I don't know, how does it look? It looks still pretty shiny. It also still feels, not dry. It actually feels nice. Also, I think, you know how I said the color itself doesn't smell like anything? I think there is a slight smell from the lip balm part of it, although I am wearing a bit of perfume today, so maybe I mixed something a bit up there. But yeah, I think the balm does have a smell, and it does smell nice, if that is what I'm smelling. It could just be me with everything that I've been trying. But I thought I'd just add that because I don't want to mislead anyone that the whole thing is fragrance-free. And sorry, I think I'm holding the camera not very well today. It's a bit shaky. Anyway, we'll see how we go through dinner. Right, so my report after having dinner, ice cream and tea, the same dinner I had yesterday. We happen to have some left, so trying to give a more accurate test there. Unfortunately, this one didn't quite survive dinner. Did better than my other lipsticks, I'll give it that. But yeah, it started to come off more noticeably, and more so when I had the ice cream. And then with tea, I did finally start to notice little speckles transferring onto the cup. Now, they were very small, barely noticeable, so that's a plus, but they were there. And, yeah, I don't know how well you can see in this lighting, but one thing I noticed is instead of it all just flaking off from the inside, I feel like, sort of more towards the edge, like still on the inside, but there's a bit more of a graduation. I don't know if I'm imagining it, and it could just be the way that I applied it, but I feel like the outside edge is pretty strong. Then there's like a little bit of a slightly weaker color, and then there's the part that's actually come off. Don't know if that's a thing. I will have to test, on more days just to replicate all my results and make sure this is legit. But yeah, I do think that it came off more than the Nyx one. So this one I would say is sing-proof. So that's a plus. That's really good. Also, what it has going for it is, yeah, it's come off a little bit, but it actually still feels really nice. It's still, I think, maybe after dinner, it still had a bit more gloss. I don't know if it's still got much of that left. But yeah, I think after dinner, it still had a reasonable amount of shine to it. Certainly after singing, it still had that shine. So it's maybe better if you really like that glossy look, whereas the Nyx one, the gloss was only for like the first little while, and then it disappeared fairly quickly. So that's a thing. If you're into that, I don't mind so much. Also, they do still feel quite moist, like not hugely, but not as dry as other lipsticks, so that's another plus for it. I can't remember how that compares to the Nyx one, whether the Rimmel is better overall for that moisture feeling. I will have to do additional tests to really confirm and compare, because it's hard to remember day to day. But yeah, that's a possibility. Maybe it feels nicer for that. Yeah, and I could definitely use this, I think, just for like singing on stage, although I'd have to be a little bit careful about water. But yeah, it survived pretty well. So stage, photography and all that, but if I'm planning to eat, this might not be the best option. Anyway, the next thing I've got to do is take it off and see how easy that is. Maybe I should film that, seeing as the one yesterday came off so surprisingly easy. Let's see if this one does the same.
Yeah, I definitely think it's doing a slight, ombre of its own in a way, because of the way that it sort of has a graduation from the dark to the light on the inside, but it's very subtle and maybe only in this lighting. I'm not really sure. Anyway, taking it off. So what I used yesterday on the Nyx, I'm going to use on the Rimmel again. We'll see if this comes off, but I have a feeling if it's like other lipsticks, I might need the oil-based stuff, because when I used the makeup wipe in-store on my hand, compared to other stuff I'd tried that day, I had to really scrub it off, so that was interesting. But we'll see how it goes with my standard eye makeup remover and a cotton wool ball thing. Is it really wool if it's cotton? I don't know, cotton ball. Alright, so this is what I did. Not as much coming off on the first dabs, but we'll keep going. Alright. Yeah, it's mostly come off. That's interesting. You know, this is why, like, testing something on your hand isn't necessarily a good, you know, analog for testing on your lips with these things. But yeah, did I get all of it? I think I did. How about that? Also impressive, it didn't make a mess on my mouth like some of the other ones that I try that do need a bit of oil-based remover. It came off quite cleanly, so I'm impressed with that. Yeah, legit, I think I got it all, so that's cool. Not making a huge mess. Taking off lipsticks. Because yeah, legit, with the red stuff and the black stuff, it just turns into this big smush. To be fair, I think I've mostly done those with when I've been wearing foundation, so I wonder if some of that is mixing together, but I don't know, I feel like this was really clean. And there have been days where I haven't worn foundation and have used those lipsticks, so I don't know. But like something that's nice and easy to take off like this, yeah, that's nice. That means I don't have to go overboard cleaning, so well, I'm impressed with that. I decided to retest the NYX Shine Loud lipstick, and this time I waited for my tea to cool a bit. Not that it was cold, it was still pretty decently warm, but enough that it wasn't like steaming hot, and it survived. It did a pretty good job, so I'm pretty happy with that. Also, I didn't mean for this to be like a Doctor Who themed day. You can see my shirt. It just kind of happened that way. I just happened to wear this one. I do have a Dalek cup as well though. But yeah, remember when Doctor Who was good and they actually respected the Daleks? Yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point of this video. The point is that this actually stayed on. You can see, like, you know, it's starting to get a little bit cracked and so on, but it looks pretty good on my face, like it's actually sticking. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. And I haven't even had a chance to try some of the other things that I wanted to do. I just wanted to check that this is legit and it's still going strong. So yay, I found a lipstick that works for me. Worst case scenario, I can just use this, but hopefully I can either ombre or find other ways to, you know, get the interesting black goth colors or purple or whatever, but this is going to be my definite backup, like my go-to lipstick for when I need to make it through a day of eating and drinking and all that kind of stuff. So yay, it wasn't a fluke. NYX Shine Loud, my go-to. But it's my number one. Peace. I don't know, I'm confusing myself with fingers and numbers. Anyway, bye!